grenade, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's the show called Box Seats where we talk about sports with comedians. Boy, do we have a lot of stuff to jump into. So let's get ready to get the show started. Let me see what my man Howie Bell's doing. Howie, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, Frank? What's
I'm all right.
happening, man?
I'm all right. That chocolate cookie look good, bro.
Damn, hey, look, it is good. Damn.
I ain't mad at you. Let me see what Mo's talking about too. Mo, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up, Mo? What up,
What's
though?
going on, Howie? What up, though?
Good,
And,
bro.
my man Jason Hayes, filmmaker Jason Hayes in the building too. Jay, how you doing, sir?
What up, fellas, man? I'm doing.
There it is. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. And because I'm not going to probably do a top five today, and not even probably, I know I'm not going to. I want to make sure we get about all this stuff and see if we get into this stuff. We got obviously the NFL playoffs to talk about and everything else, but there's a couple other things I want to talk about first before we even talk about the NFL. So how are you going to be up first, man? I'm gonna put you in the position where you, like I always do, throw this down there first. Howie, here's the top story, man. One of the top stories. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but Terry Rozier pleaded guilty in a New York court this morning. He was arraigned on federal wire charges and money laundering charges. He last appeared in a federal judge in October 23rd in Orlando, Florida, when prosecutors initially announced the indictment. He's alleged to have helped gamblers who placed bets on his performance in NBA games. Terry Rozier was released on $3 million bond a couple of hours ago. He appeared in court with his co-defendant, Denario Laster, who also pleaded not guilty and was released on $50,000 bond. This looks like this is one of those cases where Terry Rozier is going to probably be the fall guy for this, Howie. I'm not sure. I dived in a little bit. I didn't dive in the way I want to just yet. I want to see what all the charges are going to be. But Howie Bell, talk to me and tell me what you think about this case, because it's a precedent on what's going to happen with all these athletes who are betting on themselves, because sports betting is everywhere, Howie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. He pled guilty, huh?
He played not guilty.
He pled
not guilty.
Not guilty,
Yeah.
right.
Both co-defendants. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, I thought you said guilty and then not guilty. But
Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
Hey man, this is $3 million bond. That's a lot. That's a high bond, brother. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's serious business. I don't know if he was gonna be the fall guy per se. You know what I'm saying? But he's right in there, man. And they don't usually bring charges against you like this unless they got something, bro.
Not the feds, right?
Yeah, it just is what it is. They don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? That they make sure they got almost a 99% conviction rate, bro.
Yeah, it's high. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that even being said, man, I don't know if he'll be the fall guy, what have you. It's more people than him. Like you said, this going from high school on up, brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they are gambling right now in sports.
Yeah.
And so, this is an epidemic. They're going to have to figure it out. And then, like I said before on another episode, they're going to do that. Then now y'all going to have to figure out treatment. Because y'all can't say on one hand, this is a disease. You know what I'm saying? And it's a problem. But then you convict people and then you don't have a solution. So they're going to have to figure that part out too.
I agree with what you're saying there, Howie Bell. Let me see what's your thoughts, Mo? How you feeling about Terry Rozier?
Woo, man, listen. I don't know if he's going to be the fall guy, but you know what I always say? If you're going to do it, can't be mad when you get caught.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. I hope he didn't do it. I hope he fight it and get found not guilty. I hope the feds are wrong, because Howie, you know what? They are right a lot of times, but they're wrong a lot of times too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They can be wrong too. They human just like me and you. So I hope he found not guilty. But like I said, if you did it, how the old TV show go? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
My man Damian Jones has joined the show. D, how was your weekend, bro? How you doing?
Oh, it was a great weekend, man. I did a fashion show. I made love to 14 women in 2 days.
Okay.
In my dreams. And it was a great week. It was a great weekend. My Pistons won this weekend. It's a good weekend.
I'm gonna come back to you in a second, D. We'll come back to you in a second. So you can get settled. Jay, Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts about this Terry Rozier situation? $3 million bond, co-defendant got a $50,000 bond. We talked about this before. What's the initial thoughts on this, man?
My initial thoughts are the best thing going for Terry Rozier right now is that he's dealing with a Trump Justice Department.
Right.
Listen, they couldn't get a conviction if somebody was on camera and went in court and confessed. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it seems like it's a case that they've been building for a long time. And if he pled not guilty, either the lawyers feel confident that they don't have, what they really need, to convict him, or the offer was so terrible that he was like, man, we may as well just go ahead, and swing for the fences. So I mean, we'll see how it plays out, bro.
All right. Okay. D Jones, let me get your thoughts on this. Let me get you caught up. Terry Rozier pleaded not guilty this morning. Got out on a $3 million bond, obviously for the charges, the gambling charge that he bet on himself playing in the NBA games. We talking about it real fast before we jump into the next story. Give me your thoughts on Terry Rozier and his co-defendant looking at this NBA situation and with the feds. What's your initial thoughts, D?
When I came in, Mo was talking, man. I hope it ain't true. I hope he didn't throw his career away. I hope he didn't throw his life away for an extra couple of dollars. I don't condone sports betting. I don't think anybody should ever sports bet. It's addictive. It takes your money. It ruins your family. Your chicks is gonna be mad at you. Okay, do not do it. Okay, but if you need some sporting advice, I'm your man.
He is not.
He is definitely not.
He is not your man.
The worst one to talk to.
He is definitely not. All right, here's the next story, man. I think, Howie, before I'm a precedent, give this present say, I think this is the biggest story of the weekend. I will also preface this by saying I'm amazed at how many, people weren't really talking about it, and maybe it's because the way I look at it, maybe everybody look at it different. Notre Dame did not get in the college football playoffs, right? Not only did Notre Dame not in the college football playoffs, and teams that were worse than them did get in the college football brackets, Notre Dame said, you know what? We don't want to be in the bowl game that you guys want to give us as like a secondary gift. Now, a lot of people are upset, Howie Bell. A lot of people are upset because a lot of people thought that they were going to agree to be in a bowl game. Notre Dame pulled out of the bowl game that the college football people basically gave them as a one-off on this. Howie Bell, how are you looking at this as Notre Dame basically pulling out of the college football playoffs? I mean, out of the bowl game because they weren't in.
Well, I'll say this. They got holes a little bit, not getting into the playoffs. I think Miami got that spot. And then they were saying something about next year the rules are going to be different. So if it's a 12 spot, then Notre Dame would automatically guarantee that spot if they go to the playoffs, something like that. Yeah. If they want, so there's some kind of weird stuff going on with college football. But them not accepting the bowl game is weird too. That's almost like, well, give me my ball back. I'm gonna go home. You know what I'm saying? It's like. I can't nobody play. I don't know. I don't know Notre Dame. I don't know if that was a good move because everybody gets a bowl game after they don't get into the whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't get in the playoffs, but there are other bowl games. You know what I'm saying? Michigan is in a bowl game. They get in the playoffs. They, whatever. I mean, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're trying to prove by doing that other than looking like spoiled brats. You know what I'm saying? Or they already ostracized with the NBC stuff anyway. They already think they better than everybody anyway, I think. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, so now they doubling down on their arrogant Catholic school, high school style, Notre Dame, all that. Get out of here, man. Take the damn bowl game, play the football, man, and get ready for next year because you're going to be in it if you do well anyway. So that's my take.
It'd be interesting to see what their head coach was going to say about this. But Mo, what's your take, Mo? How are you looking at this?
Well, first of all, good for Notre Dame not getting put in there in Miami-Dade. Catholic versus the Cons. I'll never forget that one. Notre
That
Dame
was some bullshit.
trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck Notre Dame. I can't stand them. You know, they got their own TV right there, always pulling out of something. They don't want to be on the TV. They want to do this. They want to do that. Blah, 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 this, that, and the other. The only people who going to watch the Notre Dame game was the people in Notre Dame and the people up here in Boston because they fight for, I don't know what it is, because it's the fighting Irish. Notre Dame is Boston is an offspring. They are offsprings of each other. So everything you said, Howie, is an offspring of what goes on because they feel they better than everybody, just like up here. They get real arrogant, just like up here. And they always pull it out, just like up here. But all I got to say, I don't give a damn about Notre Dame. I wasn't going to watch the bowl game anyway, and I'm glad Miami got picked over them. I don't like Notre Dame. I ain't going to never like Notre Dame.
Okay. D. Jones, where you at with this?
I'm what Howie said. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home. Y'all don't want to let us play. We leaving. Like, shut up crying.
Yeah.
Y'all lost, I think, the first 2 games and then beat some of the worst teams in college football.
Correct.
Put somebody good on your schedule. Get on the conference. I like what you're doing. You're making money. You're your own entity. But put some teams on the schedule that people will respect you beating. And they didn't do that. So it's on them. This they problem.
Yeah, that
And not to play a bowl game. It's some seniors that playing football now that would never play football again, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a great point. That's an excellent point, Jay. I mean, yeah, D. Jay, what's your take?
As the resident college football fan in this group, the same people rationalizing what Notre Dame did to cover for them because they butt hurt along with them were the same people saying Florida State should not be complaining for getting left out after they went 13-0 and won their conference championship to get replaced by 2 teams that had losses, right? So now, to piggyback, you know what D. Jones said, they put real people on their schedule this season. Guess what? They lost all the games. They lost to Miami. They lost to Texas A&M, 2 teams in the playoff right now. And then they beat Purdue, beat Arkansas, beat Boise State, NC State, Boston College, Navy, Syracuse, Stanford. Who cares about you winning them bum-ass games? The 2 legitimate teams on your schedule, you took L's. So we don't need to hear from you, bro. So in terms of the playoff, they can put you in over Miami to beat you? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it doesn't make sense, man. They can put you in over Texas A&M to beat you? So it doesn't make logical sense what they're doing other than they feel entitled because they're Notre Dame and they have a matching record to somebody else and they just trying to, do this bullshit they do.
All right. Well, the reason why I brought this game up, the reason why I brought it up too is because I wanted to ask all of you, and none of y'all touched on this. Do you all think this is going to set a precedent that other teams are going to do this if they don't make it in the bowl in the college football play, in the next couple of years? You know what I mean? Because Notre Dame is one of the most powerful, college programs in the country. You know what I mean? Them not participating in a bowl game can set up, and to me, it can set up bad precedents for people not wanting to participate in the bowl games because they don't get in the college football game. Howie, where you at with that? What you think? You think it's going to set a bad precedent?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, man, even though it shouldn't. I mean, we living in a bitchified era. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to understand that it ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. I'll just be honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't have no stick-to-itiveness. They don't have no loyalty. Yeah. It's all about the money. If people don't have no tradition, all that's out the door, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? The other teams are like, okay, me too. We gonna pull out a bowl game. That's so crazy, bro. But yeah, hey, man.
You see it like that too, Mo? Do you see it like that they can set something off like this? Because
I don't think so. Listen, Notre Dame, they the crazy chick on the block. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame, that one chick that don't never have a good relationship and always talking about they single and free because you can't keep nobody. Don't nobody want your ass. That's why you always single. Notre Dame is the only chick on the block that ain't never gonna have nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know that one chick that is career driven. She got a nice house, nice car, good family, but she can't never keep a man. She's miserable ass when she go home. She got everything that she want. Everything that she deserved, but she ain't got what she want in her happiness.
Okay, so D Jones,
Yeah.
Notre Dame is, I think, the top 15. I want to say the top 15 schools in the country that make the most money. You know what I mean? That turn over a lot of. I'd be willing to say they could probably be top 10. I haven't looked at the direct stuff yet, but they make a lot of money. So with that being said, the reason why I'm asking this question again. Do you think that it could set a wrong precedence because the college football playoff program is brand new? It ain't, you know what I mean? Anything could topple it. Where you at with this, D?
I don't think it'll set a precedence or other teams will follow because, and it's weird to me, all these teams is greedy and bowl games is money. So I'm like, why would you not play a bowl game? Because y'all want more money. But Notre Dame is a different type of school. Like Mo said, they weird. They the kid that's walking around the school right down the exits, if you know what I mean. Like,
Right. So Jay, let me ask you this because honestly, I'm not sure the math on this yet. But Jay, I'm willing to think that Notre Dame just turned down with that bowl game about $100 million. You know what I mean? It could be 200 million, but it could be 3. I don't think it's more than $300 million. Where you at with this, Jay? You think it set a precedence because they're turning down a large amount of money for a bowl game?
I mean, they ain't making that much off a bowl game. I mean, you know, they do make millions, but it's not that high. Listen, man, the Notre Dame lead priest would be out there tricking for $100 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they ain't gonna turn that down. But I feel like the moment that they expanded the field to like 12 teams and they only included certain bowls, you know, as games that's going to count towards that playoff, they killed the bowl system right there. Because if you got a team that got players that have NFL talent and they got to go play in a meaningless bowl that has no consequence towards national championship title implications, listen, it would be a fiduciary, irresponsible thing to do for them to go out there and play in a game that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're putting their whole careers at risk. So if dudes are gonna opt out for a game that doesn't mean anything, and all you're gonna play is backups or whatever, you know, then just make it known that the best players ain't playing, and people don't care at that time, man. It's the holidays, man. You know, we eating turkey and ham and all this other stuff, man. You know, we'll watch them anyway. But the opt out entirely, that's trash, bro.
Yeah, that's crybaby stuff.
Frank. So the top colleges that make the most off of football is the Texas Longhorns is 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia Bulldogs 3, Notre Dame 4.
I knew it was in top 10.
But see, here's the main issue with Notre Dame because right now they hot with the ACC.
Yeah.
Because they said that the ACC campaigned against them to get Miami in. And maybe get like, you know, the champion Duke. Notre Dame does not belong to a conference. Right. They're independent.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So they want to leapfrog people without even having to play a championship game, an extra game everybody else played to be there.
Right.
You got to choose a pimp. You can't be an independent hoe out on the block. You got to choose a pimp.
You need protection. You got to choose somebody.
Know what I'm saying? When some stuff just go like this go down, you know, you got to choose a pimp.
No, man, I know cut off, but Jay, that's an excellent point though. Y'all didn't even play in a championship game.
They don't belong to a conference.
Yeah,
come on. I mean, y'all can't do. You don't. Come on, man.
Yeah. The last time they played in the championship game, wasn't it like one of the worst championship games viewed or something like that? Wasn't
they don't have a championship game. They don't play in championship games. They're not in the
No. The last 2 championship games that they played in, Ohio State beat them by like 2 touchdowns last year.
The
And
national
then back in
championship.
2013, Georgia skull drugged them boys by like 35 points, and they
Yeah,
could have
but
beat them by 100.
I think they talking about like a conference championship. They don't
Yeah,
have.
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, let's move on because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's move on. Howie Bell, we got to start talking about the NFL, man. First thing up, man, I got to talk about this Jacksonville Indy game.
Let's go.
Honestly, bro, you know, I was really sad to see Daniel Jones get hurt. I wanted to see a better game. I didn't see a lot. All I saw was highlights up here in this, obviously here. But Jacksonville is making some noise, whether we want to believe it or not. We're going to look at the NFL playoff picture soon. But Jacksonville has, you know, they stomped on Indy. Basically, the score was 36-19. Daniel Jones got injured. What's your thoughts on this Jacksonville Indy game?
Well, I bet against Jacksonville, and I really didn't. I was on the fence, and then Daniel Jones getting hurt. I don't want to make no excuses because Trevor Lawrence finally, the surfer, has got off the surfboard and became a football player. And I was so impressed, man. I did not see all of the game, but I saw a bunch of highlights of the game. And I was impressed, man. Jacksonville is going to be dangerous, brother. If that guy can play like that, that's the Trevor Lawrence they've been looking for. And he finally showed up. And so, and he showed up at the right time of the year, too. And so, I'm totally impressed, man, with Jacksonville, dog. This is making up to be really good end of the stretch, and we'll see what happens from there, man.
All right, Mo, what's your take?
Hey, man, Jacksonville, they in the right position. Indianapolis, you know what I say, pimps go through shit like this from time to time. You know, Daniel Jones, he always, man, listen, that was the one thing about him in New York. I liked him, but he would just get the worst untimely injuries at that key moment of his career when things about to turn the corner. Bam, he gets hurt.
Yeah, that's one way of definitely looking at it because he balled out. He was literally an MVP conversation, and I think that ended his MVP run. D. Jones, what's your take?
I tell y'all all the time, don't trust the white Jones. Okay, people was it's the New York Colts and shit like that. Daniel Jones is who we thought he was, a piece of Charmin paper. He got hurt on the fluke. Jacksonville is playing good. They're a good football team.
What'd you say?
Jacksonville's playing good. They're a good football team. They have a competent coach. And with that, you could win. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. Let's not go far, okay? but I will give them credit for being a good, legit football team. They could win a division. The Texans are still looking pretty good. So it's gonna be a toss-up between Jacksonville and I think the Texans are who gonna win that division. But I give them their due today.
Okay, you gave it.
But they are some Jags.
Yeah. All right. So, Jay, what's your take on this Jacksonville versus Indy game?
I believe I told y'all 3 weeks ago Jacksonville's winning the division. I told y'all that because even they got 4 losses and two of the losses. One, they got cheated in the Bengals game, you know, with a bogus pass interference. And then the other loss, they just gave that shit away, and giving up 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, like something insane. They are a legitimate team. I knew Indy was in trouble when I heard that Daniel Jones had a fracture in his leg and he was still going to play. He had a fracture in his left leg and he pops his Achilles on his right leg because he's overcompensated because he was playing injured. Indy should be ashamed for running him out there knowing that, dude, a fracture means it's a broken leg.
Yeah.
They told the dude to go out there and play on a broken leg, and he blew out his Achilles on the other leg because he shouldn't have been out there.
They did an RG3.
Right? Yeah, RG3 all over again. You know what I'm saying? He had no business out there.
That's what you get for being a company man.
Yeah.
Is the young kid the backup still? Who the backup for the coach?
I don't even know.
It wasn't Richardson.
We gotta get white chocolate. We gotta get white chocolate. Look it up. All right, so let's move on to the next big game of the weekend. Howie Bell. I don't know if you saw this game, man. I was flicking back and forth with this, but we got to talk about Pittsburgh defeating Baltimore. And honestly, if I had made my picks and set them in, I'd have taken Baltimore on this one. I ain't gonna lie. Pittsburgh surprised me with this. What are your thoughts at with this, Howie Bell?
I picked Baltimore. And Baltimore legitimately, now people talk about conspiracy theories, and I know white chocolate touches on it, being rigged and all that stuff. I can guarantee you that was 100% a blown touchdown call, bro. And I'm talking about that was a blatant, we're taking the touchdown away. I don't know if they're trying to save Tomlin's job.
Tell everybody what the play is you're talking about.
So there was a play where Baltimore, where they threw for a touchdown in the end zone. The player caught the ball. He extended his hands out as he, caught it, extended it, 2 feet planted, and he was going to make another foot, and the defender knocked the ball out of his hands. Well, he'd already been in the end zone. Mm-hmm. They said that was an incomplete pass, no touchdown. It had been ruled a touchdown on the field. Let me tell you something, man. The NFL came with an explanation, bro, and they said something to the effect of, yeah, we saw, I'm going to paraphrase here. Yeah, he caught it. He had 2 feet down. But then when he went to make a third move, it didn't happen. Let me tell you something, man. A third move in the end zone? You got to make another football move like you in the playing field, not in the end zone? That was one of the weakest excuses they could have ever came up with. And you can pull it up, the excuse they used for that touch, for doing that. Man, that was weak, man. And I'm going to go on and say this. That's why Aaron Rodgers is going to be jinxed. I'm telling you, man, that dude, man, that wasn't right, bro. Baltimore, that was their game.
Howie Bell, you know what that reminded me of? Remember that Dallas game years ago when the wide receiver caught the ball, clearly caught the ball. It was a playoff game, clearly caught it, and they ruled it because he didn't make a playoff. He didn't make a move.
Dez Bryant,
thank you.
Yeah.
That Dez Bryant catch that he caught that should have been ruled a touchdown, that reminded me of that.
Now, let me tell you that, since you brought that up. That was karma because the week before, they played the Lions. And they took away a touchdown from us against Dallas. That's how they got in that damn game. So here's what happens. What happens is when you cheat, man, you don't win. So that Dez Bryant, that was shame on them. That was instant karma.
That's not true.
That is true.
Okay.
I remember that. The week before, they beat the Lions on a BS bogus ball.
No, I'm saying you can win when you cheat.
Yeah, you can win when you cheat. You can deflate balls and all kind of stuff. But we're not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can cheat. There is cheating involved.
Everybody cheats.
That wasn't cheap. Deflating the ball is a different discussion, but that ain't
everybody cheats.
Deflating the ball.
We should talk what your thoughts are about this Pittsburgh versus Baltimore game that was highly touted over the weekend, man. Highly touted.
So whoever took the touchdown away, because somebody somewhere, we may not know who that person is. We need to find out who that person is, right? And have them walk down the street of Baltimore, and everybody, like in what was that TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Shame. It's gonna be different walking down a Baltimore street. It's gonna be a little bit more than shame. I don't know if y'all been to Baltimore before.
Not in Baltimore.
I'm from Brooklyn, and I don't fuck with Baltimore. Leave them Negroes alone.
Baltimore's a real place, bro.
Baltimore's a real place. Shame.
It sure is.
The Wire was not lying, bro.
D. Jones, what are your thoughts about this Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, man? Where you head at?
Well, let me go back because he said Baltimore is a real place. I was in Vegas the year the Super Bowl was there like 2 seasons ago, and it was the 49ers and the Chiefs. And I wanted the Lions and Baltimore to be in the Super Bowl because it was so boring with these two boring ass cities. I was like, this would have been the blackest Super Bowl of all time. Had Baltimore and Detroit been there, man. I was so walking around bored, like this sucks. But shout out to Mike Tomlin. They probably did cheat, but Mike Tomlin gonna find a way to get in the playoffs. Somehow, some way. Mike Tomlin gonna make that playoff.
He definitely is. Jay, you get the final word on the Pittsburgh versus Baltimore.
So while y'all was talking, man, I looked up what constitutes a catch in the NFL. It's highlighted when a player secures a pass in his hands or arms, establishes control of 2 feet or any other body part other than his hands on the ground in bounds, and maintains control long enough to perform a football move or demonstrate he is a runner. He did all of that. That dude took 37 steps in that end zone, bro. And then the dude knocks it out, like going on like step 3. In the NFL, all you got to do is establish the catch and 2 feet down. That's it. And this dude took steps, like, with the ball extended, and the dude knocked it out, man. That was a catch plain as day, but they got to live with it because they can't take the game back.
Yes, 100%.
Frank, I'm gonna say this. Now there is a gray area, and I hate to say this, and I'm a lion, so I'm used to these. That's how I know about this stuff. Now let me tell you this.
I've been through it all.
I've been through it all. I've been through it all. Let me tell you something. So there is a rule. When Calvin Johnson was playing, it was called the Calvin Johnson rule. It's that's when they came up with the rule. You had to have maintained control all the way through the end of the possession. Yeah. So he caught the ball in the end zone. He took the 2 feet and everything. Then Calvin Johnson sat the ball down, and they said it was incomplete. So there is a little bit of gray area where the NFL could cheat, and they can say, well, he didn't make a complete, like they're saying, a football move after the 2 steps. So basically saying, interpreting, he didn't maintain possession all the way through. So that's what they're kind of saying, and which is bullshit, but that's what they're saying.
But Howie, that only applies if you go into the ground. The ball has to survive the ground. You know what I mean? So I'm looking right now, what constitutes a catch? It says tucking the ball away is 1, taking an additional step, turning upfield, extending the ball forward, or avoiding the opponent. He did 2 out of those 5. It was incomplete.
But what kills me is this, though. Because if you throw the ball like one of them lob passes into the corner and you catch it and you just have to 2 feet in.
2 feet.
It's a touchdown.
And survive the ground.
If you running, no part of your body has to break the plane. Just the ball. It's a touchdown. So how they going to take this away when all that other stuff is a touchdown?
Great point. All right, let's talk about the next game up, man. That honestly, I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna just say,
let's go.
Here's the game. Tennessee defeated Cleveland 31-29. Do I gotta say any more?
Oh my God, bro!
What I'm talking about, right? Shedeur Sanders comes out and balls out. Like I know one of y'all gonna have the stats. I'm gonna get the stats up in a second. But Howie Bell, Shedeur Sanders, fifth round pick, literally balled out, and then they took him out of the game when Cleveland was going for the 2-point conversion to tie the game. They take him out. And then to appease everybody today, Cleveland announces that Shedeur Sanders is going to start the rest of the season as the starting QB. Howie Bell, the floor is yours, bro.
I'm beginning to think they're intentionally fucking with this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like at their own expense. That's the crazy part about this. Why would you remove that man out that play to win the game or tie, whatever it would have been? Why would you do that?
Howie, listen to this. He was the first QB with 300-plus pass yards, 3 pass TDs, a rush TD in the same game since 1950. Shedeur Sanders was.
Since 1950.
Since 1950.
And you take him out on a crucial 2-point conversion.
Yep, that's what they did. That's what they did, bro. So go ahead.
The Cleveland Browns, everybody on that whole staff needs to be investigated, bro. They got it. I mean, something is going on with them. And then you're going to come on today and try to appease everybody and say, yeah, he's starting for the rest of the season. I bet he is.
You're right.
Dummies. They got to be the dumbest organization, bro. I promise you, man. And one of the most biased and probably racist the more I look at them. That's some idiotic shit they've been doing with that guy.
Yeah, and let's not forget.
If I was him, I would try to leave Cleveland. I wouldn't even try to stay there.
And let's not forget, he's a 5th round going against the number 1 round, 1st round draft pick. Let's not forget about that either.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That bogus Fugazi 5th round pick. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. Mo, where your thoughts at with this, Mo?
If I'm Shador Sanders, I said it once, I'm going to say it again. And he had 364 yards yesterday, too. 29 rushing yards with that Russian TD. So
Yeah.
he was, like you said, he balled out.
He did.
I would leave the NFL. D. Jones, how you say it? I would say I don't give a piss about the NFL. I take my black ass up north to Canada and ball out every week and become a super mega star up there. I'd be talking to Doug Flutie on the phone. I'd call the Rock up. Those are people who went up there and became successful. I would leave the whole NFL. It's not like he ain't going to have people follow him. You know what I'm saying? Because they follow him to Cleveland. Wherever he go, they're going to go.
Okay, so D. Jones, I saw a news flash that came out about 2 hours ago, right? The number one selling jersey in the NFL as of 2 hours ago was Shador Sanders. Thanks to no thanks to the game that he also won. Yeah, he was selling jerseys before, but now he's the number one selling jersey. And Cleveland Brown is still trying to hold this man down. What's your take on this, D. Jones?
First of all, let me go back to Mo. Mo, that's one of the dumbest things I ever heard. Nobody's going to Canada.
Man,
nobody's following Shador to Canada.
I would leave. Why not?
Okay, bye. They're going to forget about him in 3 months.
No, they wouldn't.
If you go to Canada.
The biggest news, that would and don't let them go up there and win a bowl or a chip.
A Great Cup.
Whatever they call it.
Most even know what the championship is.
Whatever they call it, I would.
Okay,
you know
cool.
what?
Listen, y'all looking at this
before he left college. And he was in Colorado.
Y'all looking at this all wrong. It's a blessing in disguise. First of all, they're growing Shador's legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He didn't lose the game. The coach lost the game with this dumbass call. The coach don't like him. It's cool. And the other blessing is, why are we winning? We need to lose as many games as we can to get a high draft pick, all right? As long as they ain't trying to replace him, he going to show them, hey, I'm your quarterback. Give me some help in this draft. So keep losing as much as you can. Look good. Keep losing. You look good. You need to keep losing.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it. That's definitely one way of looking at it. I feel bad for the brother, though. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for him.
He'd be all right.
Jason, talk to me. But what's your thoughts?
I partially agree with what D. Jones said in that they are tanking, but they're tanking for the wrong reasons. Like they're tanking, thinking that they're gonna take one of these quarterbacks in college right now that's gonna be better than Shador, and ain't nobody in college right now that's better than Shador. So what, you gonna take the season to take Mendoza?
Right.
Out of Indiana University, man, who was trash last year at Cal? He's had one good season.
Right.
Or the kid up in Oregon who ain't really done nothing, since he been in college. I mean, the resume ain't the same, right? So yeah, I mean, it's okay, man, to want to have a high draft pick, but if you can win games, listen, it's dudes out there whose careers are ending on plays. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're laying their lives on the line, to win games, and you try to intentionally lose?
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now the pressure is on them because Shador has played so well after really only practicing for like 3 weeks, with a legitimate thing, first team snaps and stuff, and they look like a whole different team. And so now everybody look crazy. Not only does Cleveland look crazy, 31 other NFL teams look like they told epic lies about this kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not forget. Let's not overlook this part either. Let me just throw this out there. Let's not overlook this, guys. If Shador Sanders puts up one more game, just one more game with stats like this and everything else, everything Jay said comes to light. With looking like they really were trying to not just hold him down, they really had some type of blackball thing going on with the NFL owners. If he has one more game before the season's out with this, and don't let him do it against, I don't even know what the rest of the schedule look like, but let's just say
that's what I'm looking at. Hold on.
Let's just say
I'll tell you.
I'm looking it up right
and
now.
I'll say that's why they're looking that up, man. I even said that they was gonna wind up playing him late in the season on the show.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
They got the Bears, Bills, and Steelers.
And Cincinnati. Now listen.
Oh, and Bengals, yeah.
He had a great game. I'm not sold on him yet.
Shit.
You crazy? I'm so.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at.
He
I
beat
ain't either.
the
I-
Raiders and he beat the Titans.
Tennessee
Okay.
has a really good defense, and so does the Raiders.
And D Jones, the nigga ain't been practicing with nobody, bro.
Three
He came in limping.
I'm
He
just
came
saying-
in limping, man.
I'm saying at the end, can we judge him at the end of the season?
D.
No,
Jones.
No,
D.
you gonna
Jones.
judge him like you do all the
D.
white
Jones,
quarterbacks,
D.
bro.
Jones.
You gonna
Hold
judge
on.
him right now like all the white quarterbacks get
Hold on.
judged.
Hold on. We can't hear everybody talk at the same time.
Let me say it then. You're gonna judge him like the white quarterbacks get judged. You're gonna judge him in the situation they put him in. They gave that man a empty deck of cards, bro, and he playing them.
That's
And
not-
you gotta give him his credit, brother, for what he's doing with what he has.
Hold on,
Jackson
Howard.
Dart ain't look nearly as good as Shador did.
Hold on. There's even a better question in both of those statements you made. Is he 5th round material?
Hell no!
Hell
we knew
no.
that.
Hell no.
That's the
Listen,
question.
Yeah, we
looked
said,
like
and
he
that was from the
did-
beginning.
He looked
Top-
like
top
he
five,
did
yeah.
in Colorado. He looked like a Heisman candidate yesterday.
D. Jones.
But
He
it was
looked
against the
like
Titans.
he should have been drafted in the 1st round.
Damn right.
And he's better than some of those QBs
What
that
was
they
Cam
drafted
Ward?
ahead of
I
him.
wonder what Cam Ward's stats was yesterday.
He threw for 122 yards. That's what it looked like.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So you were, and Cam Ward was what? The number one
Number
pick in the
one.
The
draft.
number one overall draft pick.
I
Yeah.
never thought he should go number 5. I'm just saying.
No, not number
Not
5.
number 5,
5th round.
I mean,
round.
fifth round.
Yeah.
I thought he was
144th
going.
pick.
I thought he was going top 10.
Well, guess what? He didn't go top 10. He didn't go top 32. He went 32 times 5. So,
Right.
he went 50 times 5.
And then when he finally got drafted, he got to a team that's still trying to play him. and
Still
hold him
sabotaging.
down, and he still came in there and did his
And
thing.
he
You
went
gotta
to
give
the
that
worst-
man.
And
You
he got
gotta
drafted-
give him extra credit, bro.
Let's not
And he
forget
got
this.
drafted to the worst location in the NFL.
Worst
He would
team.
not
Worst
even
team in
be
the
I
league.
want to see what he do against the Browns. I
He
wanna
wouldn't
see-
even be
I mean,
playing
the
if
Bears.
Flacco got hurt. He wouldn't even been playing if the QB before him.
Correct.
That's
Think
true.
about
They
that.
still be
I wanna
running
see
out
what he do
Dylan
against the
Gabriel.
Bears.
That's a good
Wait
point,
a minute.
Frank.
My whole
He
thing
still
is,
wouldn't even be playing. So that
I
shows.
just wanna-
I was on the fence before about the blackball thing. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, I know they were trying to blackball him. That's
but
what
my
I-
whole thing is, DJ, why you say wait to the end of the season? But we don't wait till the end of the season for no. We base this whole show. We've been doing top 5s on MVPs, rookies. We've been judging people the whole season.
That's cool. If we had a top 5 of who had the best performance yesterday, he'd be number 1.
Yeah. he
But
would-
wait a minute,
we-
the best-
we won't-
I'm not
we won't-
But I want to
Baby,
see
you
how
talking
he.
about-
I want
you
to see
talking
him
about wait
versus
till the
better
end of the
teams, that's
season
all.
to talk
Whoa,
about what he's
we ain't gonna
accomplished.
argue about that. We got much more other things to talk about.
I
Listen,
haven't
his
seen
mama
another
fine
rookie
as
look
hell.
better than him, though.
His mama
I haven't
what?
seen another NFL rookie QB look more poised and better to be an NFL quarterback than Shador.
That's
Jackson Dart, whose dick they been riding based off like one game, really, he ain't look nearly as
That's
polished
true.
as
That's
Shador
true.
Sanders.
That's
That's
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's
All right, so
right.
let's talk about the other game, man. Look at the time. Let's talk about the other game, man. I got to talk about the other game. Let's get this in. Houston put boot to ass to Kansas City yesterday.
Yes,
I don't
they
care what
did.
Nobody says they put boot to ass yesterday. That defense showed up to me. Now I don't know what they look like on. I don't know what their defense looks like on paper, but it's got to be top 3. I will also say right now, Howie Bell, because you up first. If I had to guess, I think Houston got the best defense in the league. Their offense is suspect, but defense-wise, they look like they got the best defense in the league. I gotta have White Chocolate look it up. But where are you at with this Houston? Basically, put the nail in the coffin in Kansas City. Howie, what's your take?
Well, number one, a couple things. I picked Houston to win that game yesterday. Number 2, I told y'all that the Houston Texans is going to be something and going to be a problem. I said that as well on this show. And number 3 is coming to fruition. Them boys look good. I told you Houston was going to be a problem, and they're going to wind up going bumping with Jacksonville. I'm telling you, man, I like the Jaguars. I love what they did, but I'm telling you, we cannot sleep on Houston, what they did. They absolutely put the nail in the coffin on Kansas City season. That can't be more impressive, man, for that young quarterback, bro, and that team. I love every second of it.
Okay, that's your. I love your take on that. How, Mo? What's your take on this Houston Kansas City game?
I hate Houston also. I've been told y'all a few weeks ago, Kansas City was done. Y'all told, oh, don't know. Oh, We don't know yet. Oh, I've been told you. Oh, if Kansas City catches 5, man, they done. It's over. That's the air. That's the air being let out of a fat white woman in Kansas City.
Who's your take?
Who eat beans?
I told y'all this back in January. Houston was gonna win the division. Okay, I told y'all this back in January. I don't know what y'all was doing in January, but I said it. I wasn't on this show in January.
Yeah, I'm ready to see you on this show in January.
But because I'm looking at their schedule, they're gonna win the next 4. Jacksonville can win their next 4. So, and I know they tied. So who got the tiebreaker, Jay?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Okay, so if they win out, then Jacksonville. But the only team on Jacksonville's schedule that's difficult is gonna be Denver. If they beat Denver, then they win the division. If they lose to Denver, then I think the Texans got the best defense. C.J. Stroud is a little bit suspect. He's not what he was his rookie year, but man, that defense is crazy.
Well, Jacksonville right now got the 7th seed, and Houston right now. Let me see. Houston got the 7th seed.
No,
and
we're the 4th
Jacksonville
seed.
got the 3rd seed right now.
Oh, 3 seed. Okay.
Yeah, they got the 3 seed right now.
But it can.
We're gonna do the
flip at
playoff
the end
picture
of the
tomorrow.
season.
So, yeah, we're gonna do the playoff picture tomorrow. We're gonna jump into the playoff picture tomorrow and
But
figure out what.
none of them
it's
want
like.
to see the Patriots. So
Honestly, the way it is right now, I think Denver will be the first one. Denver won't be play the first week. So the first week look like the Patriots will play Houston as it is now.
As of today.
As of today. But if it could switch up because the Patriots lose one more game, and you know, obviously
It's a lot of games left still, man.
But yeah, they are. But I'll say this too. I'll say this: whoever Houston plays for that first round, they're gonna be a problem. First round playoff, they're gonna be a problem. Jay, where you at with this, man? What's your take on this Houston game with Kansas City?
Listen, the only reason I took Kansas City in that game was because they was playing at Kansas City, and KC is on the serious struggle bus. So I thought New York and everybody else, you know, was going to call in the red stripe refs to make sure they got that dub.
that's true.
Now, having said that, I'm not saying that they didn't do all that. I'm just saying the Texans said, I don't give a goddamn who you send up in here. We're going to put belt to ass. And that's what happened, and it was glorious. I loved it. I loved all of it, right? All these MAGA people out there in Kansas City, hey, may all the bad things in life happen to you and only you forever. Okay? Now, going back to the playoff picture, it's 4 games left for everybody. Jacksonville is 9-4 right now. The next game, we got the Jets. You know what that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
BTA, belt the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got to go to Denver. I've been telling y'all all season, they fugazi. I'm not saying we're going to win, but I'm saying I think we're going to win that game. The altitude is going to factor in. Then after that, we got the Colts again. Dude, I looked it up, Frank. The Colts backup quarterback is Riley Leonard.
Yeah,
And he got hurt.
That's W.
Bro, Riley Leonard can't throw the ball 7 yards, bro.
Yeah,
So
that's a W.
BTA again.
Yeah,
We're gonna load the box. We're gonna stop Jonathan Taylor and make him beat us with his arm, and we know that he can't.
Right.
In the last game of the season, Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville can run the table.
Yeah,
They can end up 13-4 and get a bye.
they could.
You heard that here first.
But the problem is you got only first seed gets a bye. You know what I mean? So it's not the top 2 anymore. Remember that.
But did you look at the Houston schedule though? You talking about y'all's schedule? If y'all lose one game, Houston has
Houston can run the table
Arizona,
too.
Las Vegas, the Chargers, and Indy.
Yeah, Houston can run the table too. Yeah,
But the Houston's gonna be suspect with the Chargers.
Listen, Jacksonville and Houston both got only one game that they say iffy about. The rest, other games, they're gonna definitely win. So it's gonna be a race to see who's gonna come to what. It'll be very interesting to see. But here's another thing that none of y'all are talking about. The game that's happening tonight Howie Bell, the Monday Night Football game that's happening. Before I talk about this Buffalo game, the game that's happening tonight with the Chargers and the Eagles can decide a lot of this playoff situation too. Because if the Chargers win, right, Kansas City's definitely out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then Jacksonville, then Houston's definitely solidified as being in the playoffs with this one game that's happening tonight. Mathematically, I read it, that's what they're saying. So the game tonight there's a lot of teams looking at it to sit there and say how things are going to play out by what happens with this one game tonight, with this Eagles versus the Chargers game. So we could jump into that in a second, but I do want to just breeze through this real fast and say, Howie, what are your thoughts about this Eagles-Chargers game tonight?
I think the Eagles got to win this game too.
Yeah, the Eagles
got to win.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so the pressure is really on them. The Chargers are kind of playing just to kind of be spoilers at this point because I don't even think they can make it. I don't think they can make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But or it's real slim at this point. But they can be spoilers and they can do some damage.
Chargers are the 6th seed. Chargers are the 6th seed right now.
They got 8 wins.
Yeah, but they got their schedule is too hard to the rest. You know what I'm saying? I think their schedule is too tough. They got to play. You just said it. They got to play Jacksonville. They got to play Houston, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then what are the other 2 games?
Well, the Chargers right now.
The Chargers lost to Jacksonville already.
Yeah, and the
Chargers.
Chargers
Hell out them niggas.
What is the Chargers' remaining schedule?
According
they
to
got
NFL.com,
they got the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Texans, and the Broncos.
Yeah, so they.
They're gonna they're not gonna win all those games, man.
But believe it or not, Howie, the NFL.com has them at 61% of making the playoffs.
They're gonna lose 3 of those games, bro.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, they're gonna lose 3 of those games, and so I just don't think the Chargers. They QB ain't. You know what I'm saying? Straight. They got problems. But if they can pull some shit off, that'll be good. It'll be cute. But Philly loses this game, that's gonna be more crucial to them losing this game than anything.
If Philly loses this game, it gives a shot for Detroit to make a better chance to make the playoffs. Let's not forget about that either.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Philly's in a terrible division though, so that helps.
Yeah, that does help too. So Mo, where you at with this, Mo? Because if the Eagles defeat the Chargers or the Chargers defeat the Eagles, where you at with this? Eagles defeat the Chargers. Where you at with this, Mo? Which side you leaning on?
I want the Eagles to lose.
He put the ceiling fingers on them.
Yeah.
Man, ceiling fingers.
NFC, that's NFC East. We can't go to Texas. We can't go to Kansas. Right now, I'm about to borrow from Philly. Fuck Philadelphia. I can't stand them. Fuck Geno's, fuck Will Smith, Charlie Mack.
The Roots, everybody.
Jill Scott.
State property.
Will Smith.
Jada.
Now we can't go to Jada.
Jada, Ben Franklin.
Jada. Who else? What else? The OJs. What was that? The OJ. What was the writers from Philadelphia?
Gamble and Huff.
Yeah, Gamble and Huff.
Patti LaBelle. All of them.
It's
All
so
of
city.
them. All of them.
D. Jones, where you at with this, bro? What's your thoughts?
This is not going to affect the Eagles win or lose. This don't have nothing to do with nobody. They still gonna win their division. Right.
I think they can win the division regardless.
Yeah, if they lose this game, so what? They still on top of their division. They still going to the playoffs. They got the Raiders, they got Washington, they got Buffalo, and they got Washington again. It really doesn't matter. They're gonna win the division. They can take the night off. They still gonna win their division. It really doesn't. This is more for the Chargers than it is.
They can take that off. Well, for the record, who you taking? Who you taking?
Do I gotta pick?
You don't have to.
Give me the Eagles. What they playing at? Give me
Okay.
the
You
Eagles.
just said the
far.
Eagles gonna take the night off. So
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
okay, all right, Jay, where you at with
Because
this?
they're not about to lose. That's 3 in a row. They're not losing 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's tough. Hey, I'm gonna piggyback what D. Jones just said.
Which part?
This is how you know it really don't matter for the Eagles, because Sirianni went on the record saying that he gonna be much more involved with the offensive game plan this week. So Hey, if it was like really in the balance, like if it was really dangerous, he ain't putting his name on that, bro. So, but to talk about their remaining schedule, they got the Chargers tonight. If they win or lose, it really don't matter because the next game is the Raiders. The game after that is the Commanders, and the last game of the season, the Buffalo Bills.
No, the last game is Washington. They got Buffalo.
That's right, D. You're right. And they got the Commanders again. So
They could very well lose against the Commanders once and the Bills.
they ain't losing to the Commanders not one time.
Did you see the Commanders yesterday?
They not losing to them boys. Man.
What I'm saying is it's hard to beat a team 2 games in a row in 2 weeks. Like
Not that team.
Listen, those divisional games.
That's what I'm saying.
Those divisional games.
That's hard to do that.
Kind of animal. It's a whole
Okay.
different
If y'all
kind of
That
animal.
whole division is doo-doo juice.
But
They
I'm
ain't
saying,
in no danger.
but while I'm up
Okay.
here though, fuck BD Siegel, fuck Freeway, fuck Just Hilarious.
She from Baltimore.
Okay, so I just want to ask for the record, who we going for tonight? Like, who you got tonight? You got the Eagles or the Chargers?
I'm going with the Eagles. Man. I got sense. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be all cute and everything for the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with the Eagles. Yeah.
All right, Mo, you got the Chargers, right, Mo?
You damn right. I got
Yeah.
and I'm watching it on the Monsters 8 channel too. They do it with the whole Monsters 8 football game. I want to see that shit.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do it in some because it's all Disney, so it's all Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna watch it at the strip club with grown-ups. And I got the Eagles.
Jay, where you at with this?
Hey, right now, I'm D Jones right here. That's me moving cheeks aside so I can see the TV.
No idiot go to the strip club to watch a football game.
Hey, I'm taking Philly only because I just think that they're gonna be more desperate, and the Chargers I don't think got no nuts this year. But it is a dangerous game for Philly because it's on the road, and that 3-hour thing matters.
Yep.
See, for me, I'm taking the Chargers because it's on the road. Because the Chargers have a lot more to lose if they lose this game. A lot more. You got Harbaugh out there too. Coaching. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go. Even though to me, I'm on the fence. You know what I mean? Because Philly's just a much better team. But White Chocolate has said he got this in my head. I keep hearing his voice. You know what I mean? About these Monday night football games. These games where you're supposed to win. Teams are supposed to win, never win. It's so, and we all see what happened with betting this year. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have one of y'all do this favor for me, man. Look up, if you can, when we get a chance, anybody get a chance, look up how many games that were lost this season that was supposed to be wins. I think it's a record. I think it's a record. You know what I mean? I think there's a record.
When the favorite team, took the L.
Yeah, how many teams are on favorite nights, especially last week's game. Last week's game, I think every favorite team lost. I think.
Well, I lost about 15 weeks in a row with my bet.
And do you know where SoFi Stadium is located? It is deep in the hood. Howie, you've been out there. Frank, JD, DJ, I don't know if y'all been out there. SoFi Stadium ain't too far from Slauson Swap Meet.
I've been to
Yeah, but it's not. It's beautiful over there in Inglewood now, bro. It ain't nothing like it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that part of Inglewood.
Yeah, it's nothing. Inglewood is beautiful now, bro. It's nowhere like what Ice Cube used to rap about, brother.
Listen, SoFi Stadium is, man, that's a beautiful stadium. Bro.
Trust me, that whole area is nice. You know how much it costs to live over there, bro?
Yeah. If you hadn't sold your house, you'd be.
Oh my God. Yeah, bro. It ain't the same. Hey, look, that ain't the boys in the hood, Inglewood at all, bro. This is a whole different ball game, man. But let me say this, Frank. I know you're getting ready to wrap it up. And I feel a little slighted that we didn't even talk about Thursday night football games. We wasn't here Friday. And
Howie, we got tomorrow, bro. We ain't talking about Buffalo. We ain't talking about Buffalo, Cincinnati yet either. We gonna do it tomorrow, bro. We got all week. Relax. Don't feel slighted.
I got some good news. The Giants didn't lose yesterday.
Bye week.
We're gonna definitely get, because I got Detroit on my list right here. And tomorrow, this is what we also gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna do something different tomorrow. We're gonna look at the playoffs, the way the playoff possibility is shaping out for the AFC and we're gonna do a deep dive on the NFC on both conferences. And unlike we normally do, because normally we do a top 5 on MVP, top 5 of this. I want to do something different. I want to do a AFC, NFC probability, and AFC, NFC still in the picture, and who we think is gonna make it diving into the playoffs. And we're gonna talk about that because I have
the Giants is out.
Yeah, and I have it right here. I got all the probabilities that's done by all
Jets too.
You just had to put your face in the camera and say that.
The Giants is eliminated.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that tomorrow.
But D, what about the Jets?
Eliminated.
Everybody have to have to follow you, man. Howie, tell everybody how they can follow you, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You can follow me, Howie Bizzell. Jameer Gibbs should be MVP.com. And that's how we rolling. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, okay.
He should be talked about Howie for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bo, how we follow you?
MOE_comic Instagram, Maurice Smith on Facebook always.
There it is. D Jones.
www. The Giants are eliminated and Drake May is the MVP.
You know you look like Old Dirty Bastard's illegitimate child when you do that, right?
I'm okay with that. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
Hey, Bo, don't worry about you. Bo, I got you, because he going to be next up on my jersey list. He going to be next up.
Oh, you just wait.
Oh,
You next up on my jersey list.
look at that, look at that.
Jersey on you, dog.
Look, the two premature teams are playing each other.
Yeah, at least we got something to talk about. Jay, where you at? Where you at with
I'm
this, Jay?
somebody's child.
You can follow me at 4 out of our 5 people here. Teams are going to the playoffs.org.
That's fucked up too.
Wow. Name of the show's called Box
I
Seats.
think it's
Tomorrow,
only 2.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. Again, we're going to talk about AFC, NFC playoff probability. We're going to talk about some of these other things that are still sticking up with top stories in sports. We're going to talk about this college football mess. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Y'all ain't going to want to miss this, man. It's the show called Box Seats, where we talk about sports with comics. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all.
Eliminated.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it,
Damn. Mo,